it to see from the side or from the front?
I think the front will be okay.
Okay.
And you're just going to stand up on that single leg.
On my left leg.
Yeah, left. We're going to be doing this on both sides anyway, so don't worry. So hands are on the hips, and I just want you to try and get tall. And your knee is a little bit bent, and your knee is never going to move from this position.
Yep.
So this is where we bring in a knee. We haven't really spoken about knees much, but the knee is now a stabilizer, and the ribs are a stabilizer, and other things are going to be moving, okay?
Okay.
So I want you to get as tall and long as you can, and then I want you to start to pull on that left glute med a little bit and see if you can pull it up with you a little bit. Yeah. And what I want you to do is I want you to drop your right side down, but it has to be with tension. I want you to pull the left side up by dropping the right side down. Do you feel what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can feel them.
Yeah. So keep that glute med on that side now. And then pull the upper body up a little bit more. Yeah. Don't give me so much collarbone. Yeah. Good. And while you're going to transition from there, and you're going to start to bring your right leg out to the side like you're doing a splits, and you're going to go all the way out, and your pelvis is you're going to end up kind of with your upper body over towards the window. But I want you to keep connected to that glute med, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to stay hiked up now. Yeah. Keep going. I should not say keep connected to the glute med. Keep connected to the whole pelvis. So see how your body is still straight in a straight line. Yeah.
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 Ooh.
And then bring it back. Don't lose it. Don't be floppy. Bring it back. And it's almost going to go the other way now. So it's going to come back up. And you're going to get back into it that way. And your body will kind of come up off that glute med. The knee is stable. Yes. So see how there's a connection between your ribs on the left at the side and your hip on the left at the side.
Yeah.
And so that side, and it's just going like this. It's not really crunching and uncrunching. Yes, there you go, Sev.
Ooh.
Good. And now you can try that exact same thing with a little bit more hip extension. If you think about the hips staying forward as well. Not that you're pushing them underneath, but they're actively forward.
Without, yeah, I gotta.
I think when I first said forward there, you started to kind of push through your lower back a little bit.
Yeah.
Good. So we're not crunching the left side to go over here. We're letting the whole pelvis bring us. And there's a connection between the ribs and the pelvis. Good, Sev. Give me a little bit less collarbone. Yeah. That's what's happening with your shoulder. You can kind of stay open at the back without giving so much collarbone, I think. Good. Can you get your zipper line to point forward a little bit more? So turn it to the camera a little bit more. Yeah. No, not that way.
Ooh.
Yeah, that way. See how that keeps you in your left hip a bit more.
Yeah.
Good. Last one. Come back to me. Find that glute med. Good job, man.
Oh, wow.
Good job, Sev.
Yeah, calf is cramping as well a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So calf is that calf is stabilizing, is working, keeping the knee still, and we're teaching the glute med. Then it can be a stabilizer as well. But see, if that glute med is not there to stabilize the pelvis, then that glute med starts to turn into like a, how do I explain it? I lose my glute max as my hip extensor, because the pelvis is not getting stabilized well enough, and then I have to use my lower back then as my kind of hip extensor instead. So that's a nice feeling for you there.
Yeah, it's crazy sore. So I mean, I was able to feel the glute med in some traditional strength work as well, but not in a closed chain
No.
environment before. So
And that that's connecting the glute med there to the whole body there is what we're doing there. The other stuff is you feel the glute med, but it's not connecting it. It's fake almost.
So just to get it right, key thing is to kind of stabilize these with the abs, lower ribs, this part, and not crunching while.
So like with some of the stuff we did it before where we were getting that down, that when you go onto that side, when you go onto that left side and that left pelvis comes up a bit, that kind of happens for me anyway. So I'm there, but the intention is not to crunch, because a crunch has lost length for me. So I can get long, and I would still have that side. There's still probably more tension through the left side, is what I'm saying. But I'm not crunching into it. Because if I crunch into it, I'm using a rib again.
And to solve the collarbone issue here is maybe to round more through my thoracic and not my scaps.
I would say think more about pulling wide than over and forward. There's just you're always rolling your collarbone down like this. So yeah, I would chill out on that a little bit. I think maybe that was a good strategy at the start, just to get the back to open. But again, that might be a little bit fake as well, that I'm really going there to get it. I don't want you to have to fully. It's not that I don't want you to round your shoulders. I do, but I not dump in completely.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
you want to try that on the right side quickly?
Yeah.
As you get better at this, you'll start to see how the you'll start to feel the knee be more and more connected as well, and it won't move so much. So find your knee stability, and then find your tall position then, and find that exhale and all that tension.
Yeah, kind of a bit more difficult to get into the position on the right.
We can see that.
Okay, yeah, now I got it.
And then I just want you to get into that right hip more. So bring your, go push over into that right hip a lot more. It might be nice to put your hands on your butt for this. Yeah. And you can almost play piano like with the left foot on the floor. Yeah. And just feel that left. And then push out it, or that right, push out of that right, like you're a starfish, you're going open and wide, but it's all coming from the pelvis. The knee doesn't move. So over to the left side, open up that left leg. Yeah. Open, 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 keep going.
Oh, wow.
Good save. And imagine that, don't let the femur come with it, but imagine you're getting hip extension from, but from the glute med in the frontal plane, so that fully finishes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good. Now finish it, but come back again. Finish it the other way. And then this time, keep your belly button and all that stuff pointing forward and get that full side hip extension to happen. Finish it back out to the left again. So don't let your belly button rotate back to the left as you go out. So just try and pure frontal plane. Good. You might need to do an exhale. Good. So finish it now. Finish it now. Finish it from the glute med.
Oh.
Beautiful, man.
Oh. Yeah, that was different.
Mm-hmm.
So it is